If you've ever felt like being strong became your identity, and your burden, this message is for you. Subscribe to Life Fact Z and let's finally let go of what's breaking us quietly. She's powerful. Not because she's loud, but because she doesn't fold. She shows up. She gets things done. She loves deeply, leads quietly, and protects everyone, even the ones who never protect her. But here's what every powerful woman needs to accept about life. Being strong doesn't mean you have to be okay all the time. And being powerful doesn't mean you won't feel powerless in moments. 1. You can be powerful and still get tired. Being the one everyone leans on is a double-edged sword. You become the go-to person, the problem solver, the "you've got this" woman. But no one checks in on the strong one. Because the strong one looks fine. No one sees the nights she collapses in silence. The moments she wants to scream but instead swallows it. The times she doubts herself but still shows up with a calm face. Being powerful doesn't mean being emotionless. It means being resilient, sometimes at your own expense. And if no one has told you lately, even warriors get tired. And you're allowed to rest. 2. You can't heal people who don't want to change. Strong women often attract the broken. Not because they're weak. But because broken people feel safe around someone who looks like they'll never break. So you love the unlovable. Fix the damaged. Carry the weight they never learned to hold. But here's the truth. You can't save people from the wounds they refuse to acknowledge. You can't pour into someone who's leaking. And it's not your job to turn chaos into peace. Powerful women have to stop confusing love with rescue. Love doesn't mean losing yourself to save someone who keeps drowning by choice. 3. Being chosen isn't a trophy, being respected is. A powerful woman doesn't need to chase validation. But that doesn't mean she never feels unseen. Sometimes, the strongest woman in the room is also the loneliest. Because men admire her, but don't approach her. Friends lean on her, but don't reciprocate. And deep down, she wonders. Am I too much? Too intense? Too intimidating? No. You're not too much. They were just too small to hold you. What every powerful woman must learn is this. Being chosen means nothing if you're not cherished. You don't need to be picked. You need to be respected. Consistently. Quietly. Without performance. 4. You'll have to let go without closure. You'll outgrow people you love. You'll lose friends who secretly envied your light. You'll walk away from relationships where you gave everything and still felt empty. And you'll have to learn how to keep walking, without closure. Because closure isn't always given. Sometimes it's created. In silent decisions. In boundaries that feel like betrayal to others but are freedom to you. Powerful women don't beg. They don't chase. They grieve. They feel it all. Then they move forward, not because it doesn't hurt, but because they know their worth too deeply to stay stuck. 5. You don't need to be soft to be loved, just safe. Society often tells strong women to tone it down. Be more soft. Be more passive. Be less intimidating. But here's the thing. You weren't made to shrink. Your strength is not the problem. Their fragility is. The right people won't be afraid of your fire. They'll sit beside it and warm their hands. You don't need to dim your light to be loved. You just need to stop trying to shine for those wearing blindfolds. 6. You deserve a life that doesn't constantly exhaust you. Here's the part no one tells powerful women. You're not meant to carry it all. You deserve peace. You deserve softness. You deserve support, without having to earn it. You deserve a life where your power isn't survival mode, but ease. Where you're not only needed, but nurtured. And sometimes, that starts with giving yourself the care you so freely give to others. You don't always have to be the strong one. You're allowed to exhale. To say, I'm tired. To want more. You didn't come this far to live a life of emotional drought. Power isn't always in holding it together, sometimes, it's in finally letting go. If you've ever felt like strength became your identity, but also your cage, you're not alone. Share this with a powerful woman in your life. And subscribe to Life Fact Z, because your healing doesn't have to be hidden anymore.